Are you ready to dominate the newsfeed every time you hit that little go live button on Facebook? Now, unless you've been living under a rock or on a completely different planet, you must know by now Facebook Lives are kind of a big deal if you want to go out there, crush your business, reach the masses, and start turning a profit, having success via video lives. What's going on? Jen Johnson here. I am the creator of the Turn Purpose to Profit community at turnpurposetoprofit.com, and I educate and empower online marketers to build a profitable business by design, incorporating faith, passion, and purpose. And today we're talking Facebook Live. Now, once you can step up your game and get your live videos to an all-natural science, you're going to see massive results and a big change in how you dominate on the interwebs. Now, I'll be the first to tell you there is a method to the video live marketing madness. You always want to be strategic, consistent, and deliver killer content that keeps your audience coming back for more. So today I'm going to share with you 9 killer ways to step up your Facebook Live game and 10x your audience growth. Let's dive in. Now, a little disclosure, if you're someone that still fears the camera, I'm gonna be very honest with you. It's time to put on your big girl, big boy panties and get it done, because the reality is everything that you want lives on the other side of that fear, and you want to push through. I will give you a bonus tip that if you need to get some practice, do a little practice run doing a live, you can always go live on your phone and have it be only shown to you, so that way you're the only person that sees it, but you're experiencing that live feeling. So if you need to practice that a couple times, get to it, but you want to make sure you start taking the action and moving out of that fear and into action. It's important that you get loud, you get visible, you get seen. Again, you want to expose yourself to the masses and create this awesome brand awareness around how you help people get results. And I'll be honest, the first time you do it, you're gonna feel like you suck at it. It's like anything else. When you first started riding a bike, if you ever tried roller skating, whatever, driving a car, right? You always have that feeling in the beginning that you're just not gonna be good at it, but the more you do it, the better you're gonna get at it, and that's just like anything else. Now, don't go hit broadcast yet, because there are some things I want to lay out for you so you have a plan. You're mapping it out strategically so you're not aimlessly on your live, not knowing what you're doing or not having a purpose behind why you're doing it or having any intention behind taking that action, because again, there is a method to it, and I'm going to help you rock out how to create some killer lives. So let's get started. Now, when it comes to doing lives on Facebook, you need to understand the platform. That's the very first thing. Once you understand how the platform works in your favor, you need to start using it in that capacity. Now, let me just break down. I know people get all crazy about the algorithms and they're always changing, but here's one thing that does not change about Facebook. Facebook understands human movement better than most humans. So if you're being a human first and a marketer second, you're going out there engaging on people's stuff and you're showing some law of reciprocity, Facebook is always going to reward that. They want you being authentic and genuine and leaving comments to videos you actually watched, not just going through your feed and liking and doing, not really being present. Facebook knows how long you view a video. Facebook knows if you've actually read a post. So you need to go out there and be authentically connecting. The better connector, the better communicator you are, you'll always be in line with Facebook's algorithm, because Facebook is moving more and more towards genuine, authentic human interaction, and that is one thing that will not change about Facebook. So if you constantly go out there and be that human first and then a marketer second, you're always going to win with Facebook. Now, let me just break down to you how Facebook's Edgerank works, okay? If you want to get more views on your posts, your videos, and all that jazz, you gotta know this right here. Take notes, okay? You make a post on Facebook, let's say it gets crickets. Facebook goes, we're not gonna show that to anybody because nobody's liking on it already, so we're not gonna keep pushing it out into the news feed. Sorry, Charlie, try again. Okay, now what happens, it's kind of like a gold star program, and Facebook says, since this post did not perform that great, we're not really gonna show your next post to anybody either. It actually punishes you. Now this works on the flip side. Say you make a post that gets a lot of interaction. So now Facebook says, oh, we like this post, let's show this one to more people. Let's get this out into the news feed. And the more and more people can start engaging on it. Now the cool thing is that when that happens, the next post you make, you get rewarded for it and they show it to more people. This is how the Edgerank has always worked. So if you are wondering like why nobody is engaging on your stuff, you need to start posting things that people actually want to respond to and then being very strategic about what you post next. Because if you post something that has a lot of engagement, you want to make sure what do you want people to see? Because Facebook's gonna reward your next post. Right? Now here is the official first step that you need to do when it comes to crushing out your Facebook Lives is you need to plan it out, okay? I'm not saying it needs to take a week for you to figure out what you're gonna talk about on your live, but you need to have some notes. You need to have some bullet points. I strongly urge you to just focus on bullet points because what tends to happen is you'll start writing out all of this information and then you're just doing this.
So, what I want to talk to you about today is
no, okay? What you're talking about, you need to know your stuff. Whatever you're skilled at, whatever you want to teach people, whatever you want to educate, entertain, or empower people about, you want to be able to look at a bullet point and be able to run with it. My bullet point, for example, right now is to plan it out. I know what I need to tell you when we talk about planning things out. You don't want to be reading things. You want to just have your bullet points so they help you stay on topic, but you can elaborate on those bullet points like a natural human being because you actually know your stuff. You know what you're talking about. This is what builds credibility. This is what builds your authority, and this is what makes people think, oh, wow, she really knows her stuff. If you're sitting here reading it like this the entire time, do you really know it? That's what people are thinking. They're thinking, wow, that person's really reading the entire thing. And I want to encourage you, if you need to make a couple of extra little side notes, sometimes I do that where I'll make little side notes for that bullet point, but you don't want to be relying 100% on your notes. So make sure the things you are talking about are things that you really, really know you can explain just very naturally. Step 2, headlines. Can we just talk about this for a minute? Because your headline is the most important thing because it's going to determine whether your viewer is going to tune in to your live or not. A lot of times I see headlines and I look at it like, is that an inside joke that I don't understand? Maybe you're saying something that amuses you or something that makes sense to you or you understand and you're trying to be subliminal or create curiosity, but really you're creating confusion. What your headline needs to do is tell people what you're going to be talking about, what kind of result they can expect to get or what they can expect to learn on your live. Don't make it this vague, weird, awkward, unsure what you're talking about type thing because people are just scrolling and you have to catch their attention. If you're not sure how to come up with really good headlines, go watch people's lives that create really good headlines. What are the lives you click on? What kind of headline did they create? Use those as examples or as guidelines to start creating really awesome headlines. Step 3, you've got 5 seconds. Go. All right, when you go live, you don't want to wait. Who are you waiting for? And by the way, how's that working out for you? Are more and more people actually coming on? Are you waiting in hopes of more people joining? The more you wait, the more you lose your audience. When you hit live, it's show time. You need to get started. Ask a compelling question. Say something bold, a bold statement, a bold thought that someone might be able to relate to. Let them know what you're talking about today. Shoot, even just say what the headline is if you need to. Say something. Don't wait because the majority of your viewers are going to be replay viewers. So you want to respect people's time. Even the people showing up live, respect their time. Who are we waiting for? Did you make an appointment? Did you schedule this out and have registrants for your live? Probably not. So you want to just get started. Start talking. Those that will show up because they see you talking. If people see you waiting, they don't want to sit there and wait with you. So start talking, respecting people's time, and say something that's going to grab their attention because the reality is people have the attention span of a goldfish. So you got 9 seconds, which really I think that's decreased over time with the social noisy environment we live in now and all the competition and all the posts and all the information that's coming out in the feed. You're fighting for people's attention at this point. So you got 5 seconds. That's what I think. I think you got 5 seconds to go out there and make a strong impression, to grab people's attention and give them a reason why they should tune into your live video. You're seriously shooting yourself in the foot every second that you wait to get started on your live. Number 4, introduce yourself and how you help people. This is so important, and it's a step that a lot of people miss. Why? Because you now have set the stage, you're telling people what you're going to be talking about, but why should they be listening to you? Why should they pay attention to what you're going to say? You need to introduce yourself because you always have new viewers. There's always going to be a different set of eyes on every video, right? And even if you have people that come to your same videos over and over, you still want to be introducing yourself and sharing what it is you do to help people, because this creates brand awareness, this creates authority, this lets them know that you are the go-to in a specific area, so when they actually are ready for your help, they'll remember you, you're at the forefront of their mind. You always want to say a couple of little words about what it is you do and how you help people. Number 5, love your live viewers extra. Here's the deal. You want to reward the behavior that you want to see. So if you start conditioning your live viewers that when they're live with you, they get something extra, maybe it's a freemium that you created, an ebook, or a sample that you want to send out, or just a little bit of love that you're doing some name shout outs, or you're doing an extra bonus tip for them because they're live and you're going to share that with them first. It's really important that you reward the behavior that you wish to see, and you can do that in so many different ways. Just get creative with, the different products and services and the free offers or the extra, maybe you just want to deliver some extra value to them, and that will remind them that, oh, I got to get on their live because they always give me a little extra when I'm actually tuning in live. Number 6 is call to comment. Do you know how Facebook knows people are actually communicating with you? Because they're commenting, they're interacting, they're engaging. So do you know what your job is? Your job is to get people to engage and interact. So how do you do this? You ask questions. Now, don't ask crazy questions that people need to think about for 10 minutes before they give you a response. Ask very simple questions that people can give a simple answer to, a yes or a no, or maybe you're having them drop an emoji below that would be relevant, or a lot of people say drop a 1 or a 2 or a 3. They go in that little bit of order. Ask questions, and a lot of times you can prepare these questions ahead of time for each bullet point, and it doesn't have to be a question for each bullet point, but maybe just sprinkle in a few questions to get people interacting, because the idea isn't just to get people saying hi or where they're tuning in from. Yeah, you want them to say that as well because that creates engagement. But get to know your audience. Maybe ask them just a random get to know you question, or have them tag someone below. Tagging someone creates a comment, right? And there's a lot of different ways you can go out and actually create the interaction to where people are engaging 3, 4, 5, 7 times. And that way it's really helping boost the Edgerank for that actual Facebook Live into the news feed, so that way it gets more and more views. Now, here's the biggest tip you need to remember. People will only do what you tell them to do. So if you want them to comment, you need to tell them to do something to comment, whether it's a question or whether it's the drop the emoji or tag the person, whatever. You have to actually tell them, because people are not mind readers and they like direction. So if you can help lead them through the process of what you're teaching them, it's kind of like when you're in class, the teacher will say, do you have any questions? Or someone give me the answer to this. You want to get that interaction going to ensure that they understand what you're talking about. And here's the deal. Facebook rewards lives more than any other post out there. So the more you get those lives having a lot of interaction and engagement on them, they're just going to go viral, really. Number 7, share, share, share. You need to tell your audience to share out your videos, because again, they won't do it if you don't tell them. And still, many have a scarcity mentality and they won't share the video. You need to, again, train your audience to be willing to share out your videos, creating that know, love, trust factor. And here's a big kicker to this. Don't ask them to share it in the very beginning of the video. Why? Because they don't really know what to expect yet. Yeah, you've told them what you're going to talk about, but they need to deem it share-worthy before they actually share it. So start giving a few tips of value before you ask them to share. So once you introduce yourself and you say what it is that you do and how you help people and what you're gonna be talking about, give a couple of tips, and then midway through, just be, oh, hey, by the way, if you know anybody that would find this valuable, share it out. At this point, they'll be able to make a decision whether they find it share-worthy or not. And not to mention, one thing that drives me bonkers is when I watch people's videos, they're introducing themselves, they're saying what they do, and then they're talking and saying hello, 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 then they're asking people some questions, and then they're saying, oh, share my video, and oh, be sure to go to the notifications. It's like when you're at the movie theater and it's like, be sure to silence your phone and do this and that and the other thing, and then you're watching all these previews. It's like, dude, let's just get to the show already. So the more you can space out those housekeeping items, it will keep people more interested and paying attention to you longer. Number 8 is a call to action, baby. You need to have a call to action. Now look, videos are for you to deliver value to your audience, to build the know, love, trust factor, yes, but they're also to guide your audience towards the next step. What do you want them to do next? Now there's 3 things that you're really looking to achieve whenever you go live. You're either looking to generate more leads, generate more engagement in building your audience, or actually promoting something specific that you want to take people to take a look at, or say I'm interested in, or yes, fill me in, I'm in, show it to me, I want to learn more. So once you discover what your objective is for each live, what you're looking to achieve, you can reverse engineer the process of what your call to action is going to be to what it is you're going to be offering, or maybe you're just having them share whatever that is, and then you can figure out the congruent content that would relate to whatever your call to action is going to be. So you really need to tell them the next step based off of what your goal is. If you're looking to generate leads, maybe you have some sort of ebook or freemium offer that you want to give away to them. If you're looking to build your audience, maybe you just want to encourage them to tag someone or share. Or if you're looking to get some sales and signups, then you need to actually, create content that's going to make them want to learn more about that so you can lead them to that next step. They need to know that there's a way that you can help them further, and you need to explain to them what it is that they need to do, again, because they won't do it unless you tell them. You need to explain to them what that next step is. And number 9 is follow up. Follow up with the people that engaged. Thank them for showing up to your live. Start having conversations with them and seeing where they're at. And if there's new people showing up to your lives, a lot of times you can just gain new friends that show up to your live. Go introduce yourself to them. Go find out what they're up to and start building the know, love, trust factor with them on a deeper level. All those conversations can lead to so many different things that you can help them with, or maybe you'll find someone that can actually help you with something. You never know where that conversation is going to lead, but you have to take action after your video. You have to go and engage and really start loving on your audience and appreciating them for showing up. So I hope these tips help you out and you took notes, but here's the best part. I'm actually going to create a free download for you so you can rock out your Facebook Lives, start prepping ahead of time. It's gonna have some pre-work for you to do, and then it's gonna have the actual checklist of what you need to make sure you're including while you're live, and then some steps and actions to take for you as a checklist to do after your live is over. This way you can use this document every single time you go live, and you never have to worry about what you missed or forgetting to do something specific. You can start getting really intentional and stepping up your Facebook Live game. If you like this video, I would love to hear your thoughts and comments below. Be sure to leave them there, and I will see you next time.